Interface Video, in cooperation with Fairfield Federal, presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fair Hope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Adam H., Dagger Law, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.
Hello friends, and welcome to Fairfield Today. Paul Jasson with you. We are telecasting again from the spacious lobby downtown here at Fairfield Federal. We always appreciate them. We have a nice little corner as you come in the front door of Main Street. We have a nice little nook up here where they allow us to come in and kind of bring our whole traveling show here each and every week. So we appreciate Matt and Mary and everybody. The staff's always so friendly to us down here. Fairfield Federal, good place to come in if you have any banking issues you'd like to talk about. One of the events that kind of has captured the community in the last 4 or 5 years is an event called 250 Plates. And you may or may not know, probably you have heard of it, may or may not have attended, but we've got the young lady here that can tell us all about that, Eyman.
Yes.
Amy, welcome.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Well, thank you. You are the CEO of the foundation. I think, again, people understand that.
Yeah.
And 250 Plates. First, tell us what that is.
So it's a community meal that we do here in downtown Lancaster, and it's all locally sourced foods. And it started out as 250 plates, one table down the middle of Bank Alley with 250 seats. And it's a community meal to bring people into downtown and to bring individuals together for a meal. And it supports a couple of great causes like the Kelley Market and the food pantries here in Fairfield County, as well as Destination Downtown Lancaster.
I was fortunate enough to hear Amy and her compadre in this event, Amanda Everett from Destination Downtown, discuss this and talk about how it all came about. Really kind of gave us the background of it. But when I first heard that, I was thinking, it's an odd thing for the foundation CEO to be in. I get DDL, I understand that, but I thought, wonder why. But you explained that very well, and there's a real reason why this fits in your mission.
Right. So several years ago, back in 2018, maybe even before that, I had seen this done in another community, actually in Athens, Ohio, down in Athens County. They do it there in the summer when the students are on break from Ohio University, and it's called Bounty on the Bricks. They do it right down the middle of Court Street.
Might be the only level spot in all of Athens right there.
So they close Court Street, and they have Bounty on the Bricks. A friend of mine, Susan Urano, was the executive director of the Athens Foundation at the time, and she was the one that came up with this concept to do it in Athens. She actually wrote a book, which you can purchase on Amazon, about how to put on a community meal. So I got to thinking, hey, this would be something really great we could do in Fairfield County. One of the missions of the foundation is to support hunger in Fairfield County. So we support the food pantries every year around Thanksgiving and Christmas to help with holiday baskets and food at the time of year when people need extra help. So I thought this would be a great event to put on and try to raise some money for that. But I knew I needed a partner to help put this thing together because, as you said, the foundation, we don't put on events. I even talked to the person that was at DDL before Amanda, Dave Scheffler. Former mayor.
Yep.
And at that time, we just kind of threw the idea around. So when Amanda became the executive director of DDL, I thought, this is my in. I can get Amanda on board with this. So at the time, myself, my donor services officer, Sarah Stoughton, Amanda, and Colin Hedico, who worked with her at the time, we went down to Athens, met with Susan at the Athens Foundation, went to lunch, talked about how they did it and how to put it on. So in 2019, we jumped at it and we put on our first 250 plates. We do it the end of September. September is Hunger Month throughout the United States. So, really drawing an attention to hunger and people who don't have enough food or have insecurities where food comes in. So it seemed like a natural fit. And so, with the foundation, we have ties to a lot of donors that we can get on board as sponsors. And with Amanda, they have the connections downtown. We knew we wanted to do it in downtown Lancaster. She has the connections downtown and the connections with all the food, the restaurants, and everyone we needed to put this on. So we got Matt Brady involved at Ale House Provisions. A lot of community people stepped up and said, yeah, we want to be a part of this.
Well, when you talk about, well, who do we get involved? You mentioned Amanda and Matt Brady. You're already in the game.
Right,
You've already got that going.
Right.
It's an exciting thing. And again, it started just in the alley almost behind us right here. That's where it originally started. I remember seeing the pictures of just a long table, I guess 250 plates. That was the original thing. Now we're not trying to hawk tickets for this because, it's coming up this, Sunday?
Yes,
and
this Sunday.
And they're sold out, so that's not what we're talking about. But we're talking about awareness, being aware why they're doing this, and it's such a great event, and they still need, as I understand it, volunteers.
Right, volunteers. We need volunteers to come in on Sunday morning and help set up for the event. We need volunteers to be servers and, to serve people and take food away and bring them drinks.
Right.
And then we need people to help break down afterwards. It's from 5 to 8, so it's not a real long event. But there are opportunities to volunteer during the day for a setup and then after the event for a teardown.
Now, she just told me when Amy came here and sat down, they're very excited. She just got the menu. So we can talk about this. This is an exciting moment.
We did.
What are we going to have?
So as we said, it's all locally sourced food, and it's all with involvement from restaurants downtown. So the appetizer portion will be charcuterie from O'Hood's, and if you've ever had some of the stuff they put out, it's amazing. We're having prawn ceviche from Ale House and Provisions as kind of an appetizer. Salad from the Well. Everybody knows how great the Well salads are. Then our entrees are smoked and braised Greek chicken. We have a Mediterranean theme this year, and that's coming from Bob's Backyard Barbecue, and it'll be served on couscous that Kate Adler, if you know Kate's food, it's amazing. So it'll be on that. And then we have grilled flank steak and Mediterranean chimichurri from El Perrin Steak and Tequila House. So we have sides from Ale House, sweet and spicy Moroccan roasted tricolor carrots. And then the best part, dessert, we have fall peach cobbler. Alyssa at Provisions went out and bought a bunch of peaches from Ux when they were, ripe, and they cut them up and froze them. And they're going to use those to make a fresh peach cobbler. And then we have fresh made vanilla buttermilk ice cream with caramel that the Lancaster High School culinary students are making to go on top of the dessert.
Top-notch group there. You've involved kind of the who's who of people in town. So this is, when we say a community event, that's truly it.
Most definitely. We have community restaurants and partners participating. Interface Video will be there to
I'm sure the drone will be
pictures.
Moving around.
Bob will be flying the drone. That's right. We have a lot of great sponsors that have been with us from the very beginning. Interface has been with us from the very beginning. Party Plus, Brad Hutchinson and Colleen, they provide all the tables and chairs and the linens and the napkins that you don't think about. We don't have those, and they provide those for us. So Claypool Electric, Bob and Liz Fox, Juncture Wealth, Park National, Taylor Rental, and Walker Shoe Center. Those are all our platinum sponsors, and a lot of them have been with us from the beginning.
And you mentioned at the when we were just going here with this, where the benefits of this go, and you mentioned a couple people, and I know Keller Market is very instrumental in this whole deal coming on, and they're going to be a bit of a beneficiary of this.
So this will be our 5th year. We started in 2019, but sadly because of the pandemic, we had to skip a year. But in the 5 years, after everything's paid for, we've been able to raise over $87,000. And that money, we split it between DDL and the foundation. The foundation, we give our proceeds to the food pantries. There's 13 to 14 different food pantries that we support every year. And then DDL gives some of their money to Keller Market, and then also some of the funds are used to help support DDL and their efforts in the community. So
Now, where's the setup here? Is it still down the alley?
No, so last year we moved it to Broad Street out here beside the gazebo.
Outside the gazebo, okay.
Right, so Broad Street will be closed from Main to Wheeling Street.
Sure.
And we'll have it all set up there. And while it's not one long community table, it's still 4 rows of tables. It makes it a little easier to be able to talk with your friends and socialize
rather
before
than
and during.
a football field.
Instead of you being at one end and your friends are down by Ale House. So it's a much better setup. We loved Bank Alley, but it was like a wind tunnel.
Sure.
And we would set the table at 11 in the morning
and reset it,
and reset it, thanks to Mother Nature and the wind. So this is a much better setup. We have music at the gazebo. I believe Jared Foster will be playing this year. And we have a cocktail hour and drinks.
Adult beverages will be served?
Yes, adult beverages. We have beer from Double Edge, wine from Rockside Winery, and then we have 2 special cocktails that Ale House puts together. We're having a cranberry sour and an Ux apple pie.
Yeah, Ux, I live, as do you, we live out by Ux.
Yes.
It's one of the great retail stores in there. I remember when they had the peaches all set up there. Some of them were gone because they were coming to your event.
Yes.
But when you talk about a community event, you're not kidding.
Right.
It is all locally sourced.
Yeah, and I do want to mention we have non-alcoholic beverages too. We have water, tea, coffee. El City is providing the coffee, so they're involved as well. So it's nice to have so many community organizations coming together to put this event on.
Well, when I first, and again, it's been going on, I've been hearing about it for years, but when I heard you and Amanda talk about this a couple weeks ago, it was, wow, this is just a wow event.
Yeah, it's a fun event. And, we plan on doing it again next year. Tickets usually go on sale the beginning of June. So if you weren't able to get tickets this year and you want to come next year, put it on your calendar to start watching for tickets in June.
Because I'm sure this is like something at a concert. If you don't get in early, you might not make it.
And even though we still call it 250 plates this year, we sold 320 tickets. So we'll always
that doesn't have that ring to it.
Yeah, we'll always call it 250 plates. We have this nice logo that Cryo Communications did for us, and we plan on keeping it that. But we were able to bump it up so more people could participate.
Well, it's a wonderful event. Thanks to you and Amanda for kind of seeing the vision here and doing this, and it helps so many people in the community. A wonderful time. Plus, it's beneficial to everybody. There's no better reason to have an event like that.
Exactly. Everybody gets to enjoy it, and you get to support the community while doing it.
Amy Eyman is with us. Of course, Amy at the foundation, CEO up there, but she explains why this is such a good event for the foundation to get involved with. A perfect match with DDL.
Yep.
So thanks to you and Amanda for getting this good, and we hope everything works out well. It's just a tremendous event.
Yes, thank you. We're keeping our fingers crossed for great weather.
250 plates. It's this Sunday right behind us here, and it's put on by the foundation and DDL. So again, thanks for coming down, Amy.
Thanks,
we
Paul.
appreciate it. Sure. We'll be back in just a moment.
If you've been thinking about getting a home loan, now is the time. Hi, this is Carrie James from Fairfield Federal. Our experienced lenders are here to help you make your vision a reality. For more than 125 years, we've been helping our community achieve homeownership. Fairfield Federal has convenient online application for your home loan, home equity loan, and home equity line of credit needs. Visit fairfieldfederal.com to get started. Fairfield Federal for checking, savings, and home loans. Data charges may apply, subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 402612.
The reason why I do what I do is I love helping people, and I really love to work on understanding and striving to improve the lives of the people in our community. Being in Fairfield County is having a network of people around you.
I am driven by my belief that every individual deserves an opportunity to achieve mental and emotional balance, and I'm very passionate about contributing to that process.
Community, connections, collaboration. The Fairfield County Way.
What makes Fairhope what it is our staff. It's always a question that we ask, why do you want to be here with us? And what they most always say is, you've touched my life this way. You know, you took care of this person, or I've seen what you've done and I want to do that. And so the staff that have been here know what it takes. They've been on the other side. They see what it takes to make someone comfortable, to make the family comfortable, and really what kind of support they need. And so I think that's what really makes Fairhope what it is.
Fairfield Medical Center is more than a hospital. We're a health system that's been putting people first for more than a century. From the youngest patients to the eldest, our compassionate team of caregivers are here to support you through every season of life. We are healers, cheerleaders, patient advocates, and champions. Your health is our greatest accomplishment, and we are proud to serve you. Whatever you're searching for, you can find it at Fairfield Medical Center.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our two locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Got an event that keeps coming up every year at this time, and we're fortunate enough to have the young lady that can tell us all about it, Kelley Bauman from Salvation Army. Kelley, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me here.
So we just went through, what's the official title?
National Adult Day Service Week.
National Adult Day Service Week, and
that falls in September, the full week of September every year.
And that's a big event. That's a big week for your organization.
It is. That is exactly what we do, Adult Day Services. President Reagan, back in 1983, recognized the significance of our type of program, serving adults during the day, helping families keep loved ones at home, but giving that support to caregivers that's much needed. And this year is even more special because we've celebrated 40 years of service in Lancaster and Fairfield County.
You guys do such a terrific job down there. I've been down there several times to see what's going on, and it is, you're doing the Lord's work down there. There is no doubt about it.
Thank you. It's definitely a...
Now, what do you celebrate on just what kind of services do you provide down there?
It's a fun but nurturing environment for seniors and older adults to come during the day for activities, social opportunities, but in a safe environment. It's where families and caregivers can bring their loved ones during the day so they know that they're being taken care of, they know that they're getting a meal, they know that they're able to work and run errands, or sometimes just rest. Caregiving is hard.
I don't think enough, that's a little sidebar, but I don't think enough recognition is given to caregivers.
I agree.
They do a great job, and not so often, but sometimes, and I've had neighbors where this has happened. One of them is the caregiver, the other is more the patient, and something happens to the caregiver. Now it all breaks loose, because now what do we do with mom and dad? Because now we can't take care of that. So I think more recognition needs to go to caregivers, and you do such a great job. Now, is anyone eligible to come to your place?
Yeah, pretty much. If you need support, you need guidance, you need supervision during the day, you need some type of personal care, we're the ones to come to. We're a good stepping stone, if you will, to longer permanent placement. But oftentimes people will find us later on, then I wish I would have known you were here. And
really, some still don't know.
Some after 40 years, some still don't know. So we're really just trying to let people know that we can come alongside you as their caregiver. We don't want to overtake what you're doing, because you're doing a great job. Caregivers are doing a great job, but we just want to come alongside you in this journey, support you where we can, and help you keep going.
So does someone, if a viewer has someone in their family that they think might be somebody that would be beneficial to your services, what do they need to do? Contact you down there and say, tell me about it and how we work this out?
That is exactly the first step.
Okay.
So we're still at 228 West Hubert for now. Eventually,
we'll talk about that.
We'll be somewhere else, but right now we're still on West Hubert off of South Broad Street. So stop in and see us. I would love to show you our program. Love for you to meet our staff. One of the neat things about our staff is many of us have been caregivers ourselves, personally.
Sure.
Some of us professionally for many years, but so we get the caregiving stress. We get that attitude of I can do it myself, and sometimes just having someone come alongside you can help you keep going.
And so they contact you, and then the plan is typically they get brought there, dropped off, kind of registered, make sure everybody's squared away,
Yes,
and then they can leave.
Yeah, there is an application process. It's
Okay.
not a drop-in center.
Sure.
Somebody does need to pre-register. We have an extensive application where we gather who somebody is, who to call if there's an emergency, what do they like to do, what they not like to do. We just really want to get to know the folks that we're caring for so that, again, we can meet their needs where they are. So then once that is done and we get all of the paperwork squared away, then we get somebody scheduled into to a routine. We do encourage somebody to come at least once a week. We have people who come all 4 days that we're open.
And that is what, Monday through Thursday?
Monday through Thursday currently, yes.
So, and I'm sure there are all kinds of different levels of abilities of people that come down there from, like fully functional perhaps to not very functional. So, everything that goes on down there, you can participate in just whatever's comfortable for you.
Yes, we do a lot of modification for activity, and again, make it so that people can be successful in the activities that we're doing. And our activities are kind of like Ohio's weather. Hang on, it's going to change. If you don't like what we're doing this minute, we're going to be doing something else in a little while. We do something to challenge the body every day and something to challenge the mind. So even bingo, as silly as it can be, is actually a very good activity because it's helping with, the dexterity, and then the mind is working and calculating. But we have helpers, so if somebody does need support during that game, it is interesting where our participants help each other. Somebody may not be able to hear it very well, so somebody heard it, but then somebody may be able not to see it, so they're helping each other. Plus our staff is there, and we have great volunteers to help support in the activities.
Now, how many people average would you say probably you roll in, roll out of there?
Right now our numbers are around 17, 18.
That's a full room.
It is, but our capacity so it's one of those balancing acts, having enough staff to take care of the clients and the participants, but having enough participants to kind of pay for the staff. So right now we do have availability, we do have openings, we want people to call. For a long time after the COVID shutdown, we were kind of on hold and had a wait list, but right now we don't. So we want people to call. If you need the help, call now. I'll be glad to help get you in, even if it's just 1 day a week. We want you to know that we can support you.
And when you're ready, do you need to let them know how often you want to come? Like we'll only be on Mondays, or we'll be all Monday through Thursday. You want to know that?
Yes, we need to know that for scheduling, for meals, and for transportation if they need it. We do offer transportation. We're all over Fairfield County. We have a good group of folks that are coming from Pickerington, believe it or not, coming down to our program, and they enjoy the ride down, and there's some good friendships that have been formed, and you're my van partner, aren't you, as they get into the program. So it's
so and maybe you mentioned that. What were the hours? You probably said that, maybe I missed it.
our program hours are 9 to 3. Most of our folks are there. That's 6-hour period. We offer a morning snack, like toast and coffee in the morning, kind of a social hour. How was your day? What did you do? We have a lunch and meal through our Meals on Wheels program. Thank you, Meals on Wheels.
Very good.
And then we
called the Hub now. In case
the Hub.
You wanna,
I'm so sorry. Yes.
You want to get that right. We don't want her
Anna.
upset
I'm
with
sorry,
that.
Anna.
That's right, Anna. We want her happy.
And so, and then we have just activities. But we have a lot of great financial support. We're a community member with United Way. We have Passport. We're a VA provider. So we don't want money to be the reason why I can't afford to go. We'll work with you.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, with the age of those people that are coming down, I'm sure there are well, like the hub would be the VA. I never thought about the VA, but sure. But there are, I'm sure, some kind of, if people don't know that, there is something
Yes.
helpful to them.
Yes.
And you would guide them through
That's what
that.
we do.
Yeah. So it's just, I know we talk about Hubert Avenue, and you said we've got a few minutes left. There are some things in the future coming here that would be a dramatic change for you from Hubert Avenue, and I think everyone's aware that you'll be moving out on Memorial Drive up in the old Golden Corral building. I know there's lots of things going on right now in terms of renovation and all that, but you obviously will have a nice new facility up there, and that's your plan?
That is our plan. For many years, I said, when God drops a new building on us, we're going to do this, this, and this.
Well,
and
be
now
careful
we
what
have-
you wish for.
We have that opportunity. We want to be able to expand the number of folks that we can serve and increase some of the services that we can provide. Bathing capabilities, laundry, things that we just don't have the space for on West Hubert, but we really have big dreams for the new building.
Now, in a couple of weeks, I'm going to have Major DeMichael's on, Brian DeMichael, and we'll be talking more about the fundraising aspect, because that's kind of the where he's led to push this program down there. But from your aspect there, I never thought about you adding services when you go up there. This new space will give you opportunities to do things, again, you want to do now, but you cannot. That's got to be kind of exciting.
It's very exciting. Long time coming.
Yeah, and you're ready?
Yeah.
Now, obviously, we don't know a date for that because, it's usually typical of anything. It's all about the money. We understand that. But
There's a lot of logistics that go into.
Do you know what kind of size room you'll have now? Do you have any of that planned out yet?
That is still in the works.
Okay.
We're working with the architects and such now to, again, make it the best it can be and being the best stewards that we can be with the donors' money.
Well, tell me about the week we just had. What was it officially called?
National Adult Day Service Week.
Okay.
And we had so much fun with different community members coming in and celebrating with us, and our volunteers and our advisory board was very involved with making sure some of those activities happened. So we're very blessed by the community support.
A couple of organizations I've always believed are just wonderful nonprofits here in town. One is Maywood Mission, and the other is the Salvation Army. You guys just do great work down there, and you have for far more than the 40 years here. I mean, Salvation Army is just well known, their kettle campaign and all that. So, well, congratulations on another successful campaign to have a great week for that. Maybe next time we talk, we can talk about, now that you're in, maybe we never know. One never knows.
Yeah.
Kelley, Bauman, anything else you wanted to wrap it up with?
No, just remind people that our mission is together we support families by providing a safe, nurturing environment for adults seeking care and social connections.
It's a wonderful mission, and you do that.
We do that.
Kelley Bauman from Salvation Army. Thanks for joining us on Fairfield Today.
Interface Video, in cooperation with Fairfield Federal, presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fair Hope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Adam H., Dagger Law, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.